Greetings. I'm Sister Denise. March 8th through the 14th has been designated National Catholic Sisters Week, a global reality. For this week, we've been celebrating with coworkers, friends, family, congregations, ministers called by God to minister to God's people. And so we celebrate this. Today is the second Sunday of our Lenten season. The first reading from Genesis talks about God making a covenant with Abram. Our second reading from Philippians speaks about standing firm in the Lord Jesus. Our gospel is from Luke. Jesus takes Peter, John, and James up the mountain to pray. And while he does so, his face changes in appearance. His clothes become dazzling white. There are two others with him, Moses and Elijah, and they too are in the glory, speaking of Jesus and his exodus that he would accomplish in Jerusalem. While they were there on that mountaintop, Peter and the companions were overcome with sleep, but now fully awake. They see his glory and the two standing with him. And before they were beginning to depart, Peter says, Master, let us build 3 tents, one for you, one for Moses, and one for Elijah. It is good for us to be here. He did not know what he was saying. And before he stopped speaking, a cloud came and cast a shadow over them, and they were frightened. And from the cloud came a voice. This is my chosen son. Listen to him. And when the cloud passed, Jesus was left alone. They did not, at that time, tell anyone what they had seen. You and I have had our mountaintop moments with Jesus. Today we may feel overcome by the global pandemic, by horrendous climate change effects, by political discourse, racism, injustice. I don't know if you've had the experience, but I have, flying into a cloud en route to a destination. My flight at one point became so turbulent that I was quite frightened. Some turbulence can be just a little bumpy, but this turbulence literally began to bump me out, rattle me out of my seat. And perhaps at this moment in time, you and I, our congregations, our world, are in this turbulence of the pandemic and climate effects, and we're frightened. But the good news is, from the cloud, from that shadow, comes a voice we know is God. And God said, this is my chosen son, listen to him. And so we do so. During this time of Lent, during this time of chaos, we are called to listen to Jesus. Pope Francis is called for a synod of synodality, of listening, of deep listening. And so the good news is this Lenten time has given us a moment in the church to listen deeply to our God, follow the way of Jesus. And the good news is we don't do it alone. Our God is with us. Global sisters, sisters from around the world are with you in these challenging times. God has gifted the church, the world, with good listeners. He has called us, you and I. Together we journey. Listen to him. Listen and stand amazed.